Hey y'all, it's your girl She What She Speaks. What's up, girlfriends? Grab your wine, let's drink, and you can bring him too. So, if you are a listener of mine, or if this is your first time on She Speaks podcast listening, first of all, I appreciate all of your support. So, I started this word of the year for every year. 2023, my word was audacity. 2024, my year was discipline. So 2025, the word is clarity. And when I say clarity, you need a peace of mind. So 2025 for me is just all about embracing the clarity of understanding where I'm at in my life right now. So as women, I feel like we go through a lot of things of just second guessing ourselves. We have so many things just in the world, so many things that we have to compare ourselves to, wanting to show up for ourselves as women, wanting to show up for our partner, even validating your worth in other people and them seeing what type of woman you are. And I just believe that finding clarity in where you're at right now, why certain things had to happen, why certain relationships are no longer where they need to be, all the time that you invested into all these other people, pouring into other people when you really should be pouring into yourself. That's where I'm at with it. So that's my word of the year, clarity. And some days are better than others. Like I said, this is definitely a safe space to fix your face. So this moment is for the vulnerable, the accountable, the ambitious. In order for us to get anywhere further with the woman we claim we want to be, or even for my men, the man that you claim you want to be, you have to sit with yourself. And when you sit with yourself, you need clarity of what's going on. A lot of times I feel like we be confused. We be kind of walking this fine line, and you do it because you're scared, or that's a safe space, like you comfortable here, but this not really where you want to be. So you keep finding yourself in this circle, and you're just going on in this circle, and it can be so confusing. I remember times feeling like I don't know whether I'm coming or going. Like one minute I'm real proud of myself, the other minute I'm like, I don't know if what I'm doing is helping me, hurting me, or just keeping me stuck and feeling stagnant. And we have to really choose clarity for ourselves. And sometimes that's hard because with clarity comes a lot of you realizing certain things that you just got to do away with, things you don't want to let go, people you don't want to let go, situations, places. And it's scary, especially when it's like, I don't know if y'all ever seen, it's this meme that I always revert back to. And it's this little girl and she's holding this bear. And the bear is like the buttons hanging out, the arm ripped off, and she holding on to that bear for dear life. And she's like, this is my bear. This is the bear that took me through nightmares. This is the bear that took me through monsters, and God is on the other side trying to give her this new big grand bear, and she's not even looking at him because she turned the other way because she trying to coddle onto this bear and she trying to sew the arm back on. And I feel like that's what we often do in life, where we see something bigger, we see a bigger version of ourselves, but what it takes to get there is like, I'm not gonna even say we ain't making the strides. Like we'll do some work, but it'll always be that thing in the back that we kind of keep looking back on, because it's like, hey, you still there? Like, yeah, I'm coming, but I'm trying to take you with me. Like, you still here? And it's just, you have to have the clarity that whatever is meant for you will align with you. And sometimes you need that separation. Sometimes you need the complete detachment. Some people don't deserve to know you, the person that you're going to become, the sacrifices that you're making, the back and forth that you going through in your head and your mental every time you neglect yourself, your higher self, for something that's just familiar. Like, sometimes you just have to realize that old you really has to die in order for new you to evolve. And a lot of people talk about that, but it's a scary feeling. And you'll be proud of yourself as you're watching yourself make strides. You're watching yourself make changes. You know what I'm saying? The way you thinking, your thoughts. And you really have to train yourself each day. Like, when I say just keep swinging, you really have to keep swinging, because some days you'll wake up and you'll crave all the things that are familiar. And that's a genuine feeling. But that person and all those things that are familiar, that's the old you. The new you, that's what you're running towards. That's what you're making these sacrifices for. Certain times that you're uncomfortable. And then even when you're in these same places that felt so familiar, you don't really fully feel fulfilled, because you feel like yeah, I'm here and this feel good, but I'm supposed to be doing something else. Like, this supposed to feel different now. Like, I'm supposed to be in a different space. You know, like having like Dragon Ball Z, when he have that whole ball of energy and he trying to power up. Imagine having that whole ball of energy in your hands, and every time you feel like you're about to ascend to the next one, you go looking back, and you drop your concentration, and you can't, you know, like, you can't evolve. You can't get to where you need to be. But that don't mean you're not trying. That don't mean you're not exerting all of this energy and that power up, but you still looking back. So all that energy is kind of stuck in a certain place, and it's because you need the clarity to let things go. And the blessing of having clarity, it's bittersweet, because you're going to have to grieve a lot of things, and you're going to be sad about a lot of things, and you're going to question certain things, but you'll understanding the assignment, I feel like, is what clarity is for. It's like, I get it now. I understand. Like, I don't like that this had to move this way. I did everything in my power for it to not go this way. But it went this way because that wasn't supposed to be attached to me. That wasn't supposed to go with me. You know what I'm saying? So when you tie in audacity, discipline, and add on clarity, do you know what that gets you? Because for one, you need the audacity to do anything. Having the audacity to change your life. Having the audacity to make certain moves when you're scared. Having the audacity to not care about what other people think, or even what your self-doubt thinks sometimes. That takes a lot of audacity. That's going to get you in the room. But then you need discipline, because discipline is what keeps you in the room. Them times, like, having that audacity is like a drug. Like, you in a high. Like, you feeling good right now, but it's going to be times where I ain't feeling this right now. This not fun to me no more. This not exciting to me no more. I want to go home. I want to go back to my comfortable place. You know what I'm saying? So having that discipline, that's when you're showing up for yourself and making sure that even when I don't feel like doing it, I got to do it because I serve a higher purpose. It's bigger than me. And then when you walk into that discipline and you keep working on your walk in the discipline and keep working on just your weaknesses, because a lot of people like to focus on their strengths. But to be honest, the greatest person going to focus on their weakness, because like I said, your strengths going to always get you in the door. Your weaknesses going to keep you out. You'll walk in the door, but you won't be able to stay, just because certain triggers that may affect you, certain things that may affect you, you ain't want to look at your weakness. That was your weak spot right there. So that's what you should focus on more, and having the discipline to really sit with yourself in those weaknesses and feel that, and not beat yourself up, because we all have weaknesses and we all have strengths. Nobody's perfect, but that's where clarity comes in. So that clarity allows you to see why I needed to be disciplined. And although I had that audacity, what is the audacity for? Like, at the end of the day, everything has to serve a purpose, you know? I feel like a lot of people walking around, they don't really feel like they have a purpose. They don't really feel like they have much to live for. That's why so many things are just wonky right now. Like, People act like they don't care about nothing no more, but everybody really cares at the end of the day. Them social media memes that we post on and laughing and LOL this and like really at the end of the day, the bottom line is everybody screaming to be loved. Everybody want to feel like they have something to go home to. Everybody want to feel like they got something to live for. It's not funny. It's really not funny. But having the clarity to understand why you are where you are and being okay with that, laying in that, sitting in that, and not beating yourself up, but just know that you just got to keep swinging. That is what this word is for. That is what 2025 is for. Now, that don't mean that you sit in whatever you're doing right now, because I know we got a couple more weeks until January. But start applying that now. Certain moves you need to make, certain changes you need to make. Like I said, this is a safe space to fix your face. So it's okay to be vulnerable here. It's okay to be accountable. We going to hold you accountable because for one, what? Like, we goal friends. You know what I'm saying? So to accomplish your goals, like to hold you, I got to hold me accountable like I'm going to hold you. And that's just what it is. Like, ain't nobody beating you up because nobody's perfect. You messed up today, okay. You handled this situation wrong, okay. But be vulnerable with yourself. Be real with yourself. Because anything that you say you love, anything that you really working towards, you're going to have to be vulnerable so you can hold yourself accountable for real. Just so you can, all this hard work that you're doing, what's the point in doing it if you never get to where you need to go? So that's just my little, 1-2 for y'all. I'm so happy to actually start this. I'll give y'all a little bit of insight for myself. I've been working on my podcast for the last 2 years. I have been off and on and off and on, having a partner, not having a partner, things not going well, just being distracted, not being all the way focused. And I think it's because I lacked clarity of where I really wanted to go in my life. It was a lot of things that I was holding on to still, things I was hoping to take with me, like no matter what, sacrificing whatever I had to sacrifice to still keep that and still try to do this. And having to realize, like, you can't do that. Like, if you're going to be all in something, this is what you want to do, this is what you got to do. And I'm now finally gaining the clarity that I need to move on in certain avenues where I can really put my all this energy that I've invested in certain situations. It's no more because I have other things that God has called me to do. God give all of us a purpose. So if I'm saying that I really want to be this woman, then I got to move like that woman. And it's not always comfortable. It's times I'm sad. It's times I don't know if I'm depressed, but it feel like I feel nothing. But when I think about the woman that I'm supposed to be, the woman that I know that I'm going to be, when I think about the purpose that's placed on my life, I no longer feel empty about that. Certain voids that I'm looking to be filled right now, it's not going to be filled. And they probably don't need to be, because that wasn't contributing to the woman that I'm really supposed to be, So again, I had to be vulnerable with myself, and I got to hold myself accountable. And I'm really working on that, holding myself accountable just to provide this platform to y'all, but also just I'm a vessel. You know what I'm saying? And my purpose means a lot to me. And I want to see it come true. Like, I'm going to see it come true. I'm doing the work. But now that I have that clarity, I can actually get things done. So it's your girl, Artist She. We are officially done with my first episode, my first time filming She Speaks. Everything is all good. We all clear. So just keep swinging. And like I said, grab your wine, girl. Let's drink. And you can bring him too. Bye.